already know that he has speed, he's got power. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Look at it, and then Canelo's older. Crawford has the ability, but he's small, and he can look bigger in. Crawford could look bigger in the weigh-ins and all that stuff, but it's always a difference. When you get that fight with somebody, you can tell. Same thing with Jamel. Jamel fought him, the twin. He fought Crawford, and in all the stuff, the weigh-ins and the press conference.
Too fast and too smart for Canelo. Even Canelo is a good boxer. I'm not saying nothing from not taking nothing from Canelo.
Canelo versus Crawford is being billed as the biggest fight of the year, and Teddy Atlas has shared a blunt assessment. Atlas believes Terence Crawford has the tools to win in any weight class, praising his discipline, adaptability, and elite skill set. In contrast, he argued that Canelo Alvarez is no longer the same fighter, suggesting the Mexican star has lost the hunger and edge that once defined him. Pointing to Canelo's recent performances as signs of decline, Atlas even went as far as to call him overrated when compared to Crawford. In his view, Crawford's sharpness, focus, and relentless drive make him the clear favorite heading into this clash.
Canelo's too big. Right now, my position changed. I think Crawford is too fast and too smart for Canelo. Even Canelo is a good boxer. I'm not saying nothing from not taking nothing from Canelo, but the way when you see oh, he's too big, when you see Usyk fights and what Usyk did to the big guys like Joshua and Fury, so the size and that doesn't matter. I think the skill level matters. And Crawford, he gained weight, but I think he's gonna be even faster, and his head was good in the ring. He's boxing IQ just on top. So I would say 50-50, but right now I'm kind of leaning more to Crawford.
And that's just because of what you saw Usyk do?
It's not I'm just giving an example. Size doesn't matter in the boxing. When they say Canelo is big and he's fighting 175, 168, and Crawford just moving.
Who once shared the ring with Terence Crawford, is confident that size will not decide the outcome of Crawford's showdown with Canelo Alvarez. He argues that Crawford's superior skill set and ring intelligence make him too smart for Canelo. In his view, the difference in weight and natural size cannot outweigh Crawford's advantages in timing, adaptability, and fight IQ. Mean machine, describes Crawford as one of the most calculated fighters of his era, capable of adjusting mid-fight and dismantling opponents no matter their physical edge. He highlights Crawford's ability to control pace, distance, and rhythm, factors that often prove more important than size. For him, this matchup clearly favors the man with the sharper tools, and that, without question, is Terence Crawford.
He's not there. The fire's not there. At least it wasn't there a week ago. At least I say that. It wasn't there a week ago. Maybe it'll be there now. Maybe he's the kind of guy that, and I get it, that at this point in their career, it has to be a big fight to get up. That Canelo can't get up for these fights. He couldn't get up for that fight. All right. If you want to go down that road, go ahead. But my road is still possible. That he got old, that it just doesn't have that fire no more. Oh, my God, I'm going to say this one. That maybe he's a little overrated. I listen, I know he's tremendous. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? If you look at some of his biggest fights, the fights where you had to be great to win, that you fought great fighters or near great fighters, you could make the argument that he lost the first Triple G. He didn't embarrass himself, but he got a draw. Second one, you could make the argument he lost that. I know it was a different kind of fight, and he got better. But you could make that. You could make the argument he lost to Lara. He did lose to Mayweather. You could make the argument it was too young in his career. Maybe, although it wasn't that young. He turned pro when he was 15 or 16.
Draws a striking parallel between Terence Crawford's upcoming clash with Canelo Alvarez and Canelo's 2013 showdown with Floyd Mayweather. Back then, a younger, less experienced Canelo was outclassed by Mayweather's speed, defense, and masterful ring control. Machine believes Crawford has the tools to implement a similar strategy, using movement, precision, and smart counterpunching to neutralize Canelo's strengths. Still, he notes one key difference. Today's Canelo is far more seasoned. Over the years, he has battled and beaten elite opponents, gained valuable experience, developed the patience and adaptability that were missing in